And a warm welcome to another live support session for you today. So it's 4 p.m. here in the UK, and this is our 1 hour special for you guys to ask your questions. So just a little thing I'm going to tell you about just before we start, and that is this recording is put onto our YouTube channel, okay? So snippets might be used for our socials as well. So you have the right to come on camera, or you can leave your camera off. Now, people that have got their camera on, they will take priority, okay? So that's how it works. So you've got your camera on, you'll take priority. I'll answer your questions first, and then we'll go to people that haven't got the camera on, and then we'll look in the chat as well, okay? We try and answer all questions where we can, but there is a cut-off of kind of an hour, but I tend to run it a bit longer, you know, just to try and clear up any questions going along. So I can see we've got Dan in again. Dan is in the house. We've got Jen as well. Got Julia. We got Margot, and we got Yvonne as well. Yvonne. Okay, so all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to put your cameras on, and then you can put your hands up, and then we'll go through some questions. So like, never know what you're going to get today. So let's see what questions you've got to ask. So you guys should better put. I see Dan's up first. Have you got a question, Dan? You ready to go straight away, are you? Oh, Jen's beat you to the mark. She got her hand up first. Good. All right. That's brilliant. All right. All right. We'll get to you all anyway. Remember, little hand up and then I can see it. So I got Patricia next. All right. Do two at a time. That way I can sort of see. So I've got Julia after that. So Patricia, Julia, and I've got Jen first. Hello, Jen. I'm going to unmute you.
Hello.
You are live.
Hi. Yeah, I asked in the community and you asked me to come here. You talked about in the tags about the funnel, using like a funnel for newsletters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which I was showing Ellie, wasn't I?
Yes. The only part I don't understand is how to set up like the pages.
The pages, you mean the automations?
No, I know like once you have the funnel created, then like how to do the automations, but like how do you use the funnel so it's not like, okay, put your email address in and then you now go to the funnel page.
Right, so you're taking them straight into the funnel, are you? Or are you've got a form on your homepage?
I would like to have both options where like if
Okay.
they sign up a different way, or
Okay.
if there's a form.
Yeah. So you're almost split testing it, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's pretty easy. Both cases. So you know in the funnel with the opt-in, yeah, you once they go in and they opt in the funnel, you can get them, then the automations take over. You understand that, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
So it's purely the form part, isn't it, in the site that you want to understand.
Yeah, and then like making sure that it doesn't go from like one form to a new form in the first page of the funnel.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter because generally you will send them. Right. Okay. Let me. It's easier to show you. Right. It's easier to show you with these
Sure.
things. So let me just jump into the test site here, and then we can have a look. So really easy, guys. So here we go. Right. You all see that? Okay. Big screen for you all.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent. Right. So let me just log into this site. So I've got a page here. So I haven't got any forms on this page, but I know I've got some funnels in this system. So let me just log in and let me go to, so let's have a look at the funnels, right? So first of all, let's say I'm going to take them. Oh, that's a new one. Must be Kevin doing something. Right. So say we're going to take them into this one here, a day, a day with Zenler one. So if I open that up, then that's got an opt-in if we go into the funnel. So now, guys, we're looking at the funnel, right? We're not looking at the page yet, we're just making sure that we go through this. So this is the front page of the funnel, goes in here. So you will be putting them from a form on any page that you set up. You'll be putting them into this funnel, and then the automations in the funnel will take over, right? So your
Right.
emails will go out through the automations. So you want to be, for the post submit action, to stop them coming to this page, you're probably going to want to copy this URL here. which is the
Okay.
thank you page. Because after that point, the automations kick in, yeah? So you don't
Right.
want to be sending them into the opt-in, which you were saying, because that would be an opt-in and an opt-in.
Right.
Yeah. So what I would do is I copy that URL to that funnel thank you page. So write that down in Notepad if you're copying anything else in the meantime. It's just good practice to just put that in there. So I've got that. And then I'll go to any of my pages. So let's go to a test page I've got set up here just to show you. I set my form up. I'm not going to do anything fancy with the form. I'm just going to put it in here. Let's go and just add a, so I'm just going to drop a block in. This is just an empty block, add a row, one row, add an element inside it, and I'm going to go and grab the form. All right, that's all I need in essence. So with this button, we're going to go in here and you're going to go leave it on submit form. This is now where we add them to the funnel. So we're going to add them to that day with Zenler funnel, which you've got, which is that one there. Yeah.
Okay.
So now that's great. So if someone fills this out, they're going to go into that funnel. So you basically use this as an opt-in, and the automations you've got in that funnel are going to kick off and they're going to start sending to them. So the next thing you need to do is you need to look at this post submit action down here. So we want to send them to that link in the funnel, which was the thank you page, because we're basically replacing the opt-in here for an opt-in on your homepage. So I'm going to copy that link. You copied it and you go into post submit action, go to link, and you put that in there like that. Okay. And then you just click save. And now that's working. That's how it works. So if someone filled this form out, they'll go straight to the thank you page
Okay.
inside there. Yeah.
And so then I don't need that third page either on the funnel.
No, it depends what you're going to do, because if you want to set up, if you've got, like you say, I've got 2 extra pages in here, like that would be if for instance I was sending them a video, right? I could put a video into that page and I could send them to that page.
Okay. I
So,
see.
but I would send them to the page in the automations.
Right. With like a link. Okay.
Yeah, you can put it in there. But funnels are so powerful because if you send them into that first page, this is where they're getting their freebie. That you might send your freebie out just by email. You might not use any of the funnel steps after the opt-in and the thank you page. That might just be it, right? But if you do what we do when we run workshops, we send a link out. It goes to one of the steps in the funnel. So we show a video. And with bigger workshops, when we've got series of videos, we might set up a page for each video session. And then we'll actually link within the step to the next video. So we create like an internal menu system. So then the funnel becomes almost like its own little self-contained website. So it's really powerful. You can do what you like with it, Jen. You got to think what you want to deliver. What are you delivering? Are you delivering just doing the newsletters out to
Yeah,
people?
for this, I want to get off MailChimp and I want to be able to schedule some emails once in a while. And when you said that in the funnel, that's, a nice feature to have of anyone who's getting the newsletter to be in a funnel and then you be able to schedule it.
Yeah, the other way is because the automations in the funnels and all the automation areas, actually, the courses in the lives, they're very simplified mails, right? So there's not like you don't put big blocks in there. You can't do things that you can do in the email broadcast. So if I was you, for instance, and I was doing a newsletter that I was sending out, what you'd send out once a week or something like that,
Yeah.
I personally would do it from the email broadcasts, set up a template, and then use that template over and over again. You can just clone it. And that way you can still opt them in, but you're opting them in to receive the newsletter. So you just need an opt-in and then the thank you page. We will send the newsletter to you every Thursday at 4 o'clock or something. And then you can set up your email broadcast. You can create a lovely email broadcast with the email designer, make it look really cool. And then you can just you draft it and then you just clone it each time. Just put your content in. And then all you do is you filter it to go to those people that opted in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And that looks nicer.
Okay.
But
Makes sense.
you have the choice. You have the choice. You can use the automations. Generally, if you're sending newsletters out, I would say the proper way to do it is through email broadcasts, just because it looks so much more professional than the standard things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Do you get that? You understand it all?
Yes. That cleared it
Right.
up.
Good.
Thank you so much.
That's all right, Jen. It's good to answer your question. Yeah, it's better if we do it live, isn't it? I can just show you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Good. Right. I think we've got Patricia next. Hello, Patricia. Then, oh, or was it Julia?
Hello.
Sorry, Julia. I won't be long.
What? Hello.
Hello, I can
Hear
hear
me?
you. Yep.
Yes. I write the question in this message.
Oh, you got
I
it in the
made a
chat.
bundle.
Okay. Okay, Patricia. What?
Okay. And when I have the sale page, and when I copy the link from the sale page to the sale page and sending someone, then they come in to the menu for my website. And I don't want that this link direct them to my website, only to the sale page. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, so just check that your course is published.
Yes, it is published. Publish the bundle. Yes.
Right. And drop your link. Drop your link to the sales page inside the chat.
Okay. I have done this. No.
Right. Okay. I've got it. Yep. Courses. Okay. Just gonna have a look. It's fine. Right. It's absolutely fine. Patricia, here we go.
What I don't want that the service and about me and contact and blog and free to download.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want this on that page.
Yes.
Well, then you need to go into the sales. Why don't you want it in there? Can I ask that question?
Yes, because I think they will be distraction. How do you say?
Distracted.
Yeah. Yes. Do you think that?
Well, there's two, right. So there's two routes with this. Like generally, if people are navigating around your site, they're looking at all your different stuff that you've got to offer, right? They're looking at your blog, they're looking at free things to download. Maybe they want to check you out, so they go to your About Me page. So the sales page is, we're not talking about a sales landing page, right? That's different. We're talking about the standard sales page in a course. So if you want to get rid of it, it's really easy. You can just go to the header and delete it out. But no, they haven't got anywhere else to go to then, and they can't see the rest of your services. So personally, I like the navigation in there because, it's nice and clean. You've got services, About Me, contact, blog, free to download, and it gives people the option to go and have a look around so they can see what you're doing. If you take it away, you've taken that away from them. And if you do that, decide to delete the top block, then make sure that the link to it opens up in a new tab so you don't lose them.
Okay.
Right? But you could see what I do is I'll have a sales page tied to my course, and then I'll set up standalone pages with no header at the top, and I will change the content for the course. It's still the course, but I'm changing the content. The reason I'm changing the content is I want to get search engines to list it in more places. So I create a series of landing or hook pages, and they send people, they talk about the course, and they send people to the checkout page. So that's how you could do it with that. Personally, I wouldn't get rid of the menu because I think it's really good. I mean, what do you guys think? Give it a yes or no. Should you get rid of the menu? Yes or no? Look, so here we go. This is the page here. So you've got services down here, about me. And while you're clicking around, you can jump to each of the different services. So you've got all that stuff in there. So it's in Swedish, it's doing it into English. Well, what do you guys think? No. So there you go. We've got it from our team here. They're
Okay.
saying leave it in there because it's nice and clean. So if you want to do it as a standalone, because sometimes you do what's called split testing, right? So you might do a social campaign, and you might have a landing page, a self-contained page with slightly different layout, different colors, different text, and you'll send people to the main sales page on one social, and then you do another social, and then you'll send them to the other page, and you'll start to see if more traffic's coming in on the pages. And under that circumstances, you might say, well, my landing page is getting a lot more traffic coming through it. So you might take that landing page and you might convert your sales page across to that. So you're constantly testing each page against each other. Okay. If you want to get really big with this, one of my courses, I've got 50 landing pages, 50 different contents coming in, and they all do well under different things. So, but you build it up slowly.
Okay.
But overwhelming no there. Do not remove your header menu. That's good.
And some more question. Do you have some tutorials for set up the community? I going to use the community in Zenler platform. I have some community I made when you show for 2 months ago. And now I will use this setup in Zenler platform to transform to my community. My members will be using it
I've got
when
you.
they have pay.
Yeah, Patricia, we did a big series of on a community. It's called Community Connection Workshop. It tells you loads of things. There's loads of freebies in there for you. There's a ton of content. I've put it in the chat. Sign up for that. And inside there, you're going to find we've got replay pages, and there's just a lot of content on there. I'll show you the replay page quickly here. Okay, sorry, I was just masking the URL. Right. Okay, so here it is here. This is that workshop. So you're going to see the series of videos. You get PDFs with this stuff. It's all on here: private community, secret community, community leadership, community engagement, so driving engagement, monetizing your community. Patricia, if you want to growing it, you've got advanced features in there as well, and you've got a lot of templates and animated GIFs and these sort of things. There's a ton of content in there for you, and the Q&A and a game-changing bonus. I won't spoil it for you. That's quite a good one as well.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
That's all right, Patricia. Oh, we've got Julia. Julie's been waiting patiently. Sorry, Julia.
No worries. So I just wanted to ask, I am creating a long online course, and I still have a few modules that I need to finish, but I've been thinking about offering a pre-sale. So that I can offer, I mean, they can pay in advance for the course while I'm finishing the last modules, the creation process. And I am wondering if I could give them access to the introduction while I finish the rest. And how do I do that? Because I think you can program how you want to deliver the content, but I don't know if you can do it like, okay, I want to just offer this part and the rest just block until I allow them to have full access.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Right, so a couple of ways to do that, as there normally is. One is if you have them come in, you can make the lessons you don't want them to have access to, you can put them into draft.
Draft.
Yeah, if you draft the sessions, no one will see them. So let me just show you. Got one that's got a thing in there. So let's go in here. So I'm gonna. This is route 1. Okay, so I'm in a course now. I've got my curriculum. So on this page that I've only got one lesson in here, but if I have other sections, let me just create another section and then add a lesson in there. Right, save that off. If this lesson is drafted here, Julia,
Yes.
they won't see it.
Okay.
But if you preview it, so if you go into the curriculum as a previewed student here, you will see it. Yeah, because you've got admin access, so you can test it all looks good.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
it all works, and then when you're ready, you can just undraft it in there
Okay.
and get it right. So that's one way of doing it. So the other way of doing it is to actually just go into the pages itself and remove the curriculum from the course access page. So if I go and edit the course access page here, this is the access. So this is, they bought it, they've gone into the course, and this is generally the area where you have your curriculum. Look, you've got your curriculum in there, so they can click and they can go through it. Now, drafted lessons won't show for them, so that still applies. But you could, if you wanted to, delete the curriculum block out of the course access page, so there's nothing in there. And then what you could do is you could create a block, and you could say get access to this first thing. You could put your video in there, you could put your description and stuff in there, and that would be a way of doing it. And when you're ready to launch, you would then delete the block out, go into your blocks, and you would go down to courses and find the curriculum block, which is, there's two types here, closed and open, right? So let me drop the closed one in there, and you can just drop that in there, save it, and then they can get access to all of the lessons that are in there. So that's two ways of doing it there, Julia.
Okay, I think that put the lessons as a draft is the easiest and for me to do. However, once I do the launch, I also would like to program like, a model a week or as soon as they get in. Is there a way also to program how I want to drop the content?
So you want to drip the content?
Yeah, drip. Yeah.
Right. So you can drip. The problem is that you've got, so if you do a drip 1 week apart, yeah, if you're doing that and you want to pre-launch, then if you're in if some of those people are in the pre-launch stage for, let's say, 3 weeks, and then you launch, they will instantly get access to week 1 to week 2, week 3, because they're already been in there for 3 weeks. So the content will just go blup, 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 blup for them. Yeah.
Okay.
You could do it by date. You could drip it by date, but then it doesn't become so much evergreen. So it really depends on, evergreen. So they come in week 1, they get content week 2. If you do it by date, then it goes past that date. The content will just be readily available to them. All right. So it depends how you're running it. Are you running it as a cohort that you're bringing through in a timed period, or are you just opening up?
Right. I mean, right now, because I am in the creation process, I'm just thinking and brainstorming different ways of doing this pre-launch. But once the content is ready and okay, now everything is okay, I would like to drip the content like one model a week or something like that.
Right. Okay. So, so are you doing it on the subscription, or are you doing it as a one-off payment?
One payment.
One payment. Okay, that's easier. You can do the route I'm going to tell you now. So what you can do is you can set your course up with the one module that you're going to pre-release, yeah, as a course, then clone it, clone the course, and then just keep it hidden, the course, just finish the course off, set the drip in there 1 week and all this stuff. So it's all set up, ready to go. Then take all your students, unenroll them from the original course that they've just you've pre-launched, and then enroll them into the new course. And that way the drip, they'll all come in together. So the drip will go out 1 week. Yeah.
Right. But then let's say that one person went through lesson 1 and then they skipped lesson 3, they left half lesson 4 and so on. They will have to go through all the lessons again once I put all that content in so it will be everything as new.
No, because initially when they come into the course, you're going to let them have access to what they had in the free one straight away. Yeah. So if you've got section with lessons under, if the whole section is free, is in the pre-launch, you won't drip that first section. So it'll automatically be there. Only a week later will the second section come in and the third section.
Sorry, say again. I think I didn't get it.
Well, if you don't drip the content that was on the pre-launch course that you set up. So you got the pre-launch course, yeah? You've got the content in there. You're just going to make that available straight away when you enroll them in the course. So they're not going to they're going to see everything they've seen, and then a week later the section 2 will drop in. You're making it quite hard for yourself. I think maybe the best thing to do here is to you're trying to pre-launch, but you're trying to drip content. It's kind of counterintuitive because you're trying to get people in there, and then after they're already in there for a set time, you're saying, oh, now I want to drip the content. That's like, I don't know how a situation without unenrolling them from one course and putting them into another to get the drip.
But maybe the easiest thing, it will be just to give an access to model 1 and put the rest on a draft, and as they are ready, undraft the module manually, and that's it. That I think it was going to be easier, and just drop them an email. Model 2 is ready, and just undraft the lessons, and the next week, model 3 is ready, and undraft the lessons, and that's it.
But that's what I would do personally.
Easier. That's the easiest.
Yeah, otherwise, because you can create. This is what we say at Zenler. We say what people try and do is they try and overcomplicate their lives. That like is a classic case of like overcomplicating. I understand where you want to go. Like if you're starting a new course, you've got people in there, you're starting a new course and you want to drip the content, just drip the content, right? Don't worry about the people. The people, if they're going to come in there, they're going to get it after a week, 2 weeks. If they've been in there 3 weeks and they're going to get it, it's it doesn't matter. They bought the content, so let them have access to it. You can do it manually, undrafting it, or you can set the drip up.
I think it's the best thing. It's just that I'm just thinking how I could do the whole thing. I don't have the clarity yet on the strategy that I'm gonna do, but for sure later on when I get new people from the second launch, I will like to drip. So that's why I wanted to know how is the technology supporting that ideas, and then see which path is easier for me to apply at the moment. But I think
but you know the whole thing around drip, don't you? It's to keep people, like, not overwhelm people, right? That's the first thing about drip. The other thing about drip is people often apply drip to courses. I don't ever use drip personally. I don't like them. I prefer people to have content to all of the media. at the same time, or I undraft, add media to it and build up the library. But if you're using drip is used by some people to keep people in a course over the 30 days so that they don't get a refund. And that's why a lot of people use drip, right? So, and it's also to sometimes to stop overwhelm. So if it's a very complex course, you might want them to come in and spend a week on that particular module before you open up new content to them. That's where drip is quite good as well. But the drip we've got in here is based on time. It's evergreen. So someone comes in 6 months later, they have access to the first section, they work through, and then a week later, the content is dripped out to them. We're not talking about cohort dripping, where you've got a bunch of people already there and then you're releasing as they're going through a program. That would be a program with a definitive start date and a definitive end date. And that would be a cohort of people. And after they've finished, it's right, here's the next step for you guys. I'm bringing a new cohort of people in. You'll have to work out what strategy you're going to use for that.
Okay. But however, if I use the drip for a student, let's say that you enroll the course and I go through dripping, you go through all the modules until the end, and if you come back 3 months later or 6 months later, you will have full access to all the lessons. The dripping won't be any longer for you, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I've done that. I've bought courses where there's been drip content and I've been like, right, well, I've worked through the first one and I don't go back to it. I go back to it like a month or 2 months later where everything's opened up for me and I can just go in and do it because I work quickly. So I don't want to be, I want to be in the moment. I just want to be work through all of that stuff.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good input, because I've been thinking that dripping, it will be easier for people to get engaged and don't get overwhelmed by the amount of information. So okay, let's drip it for week and to kind of keep them engaged. But based on your experience and all the students that have been coming over here, what it would be the best strategy, to drip or not to drip? What is, maybe I could ask the students and just do.
Yeah. Or what would you do? Guys, I'm going to ask you guys again. What would you do under Julia's? Would you drip the content? Would you keep it drafted? So put drafted or drip. What do you think? Draft. Yeah, draft is simpler, isn't it? No drip. So draft. All right. So we're not getting any drips at the moment, right? So this is interesting.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's really up to you. Some subjects, I understand drip is really important. Like if it, for instance, drip, I wouldn't use drip. I would control the content when it goes out. If I was teaching something like JavaScript, or coding, because it's very, I want to do assignments. I want to check off people's work that they're doing it correctly before they can move on. So it works to hold them up, but you've got inside of Zenler, you've got things like assignments. So in the last lesson of a section, you could put an assignment and you could say compulsory. So until they've completed that, you're not going to let them move on. Until you've marked it as approved, you're not going to let them move on. However, be aware that if you've got assignments and you've got multiple discussions, that is a time bucket for me. I'm going to have to put time into that. And most of my courses, I don't want to touch. I want them to run themselves so I can do the next thing I'm doing. So be careful about the time management side, especially with communities. We ask about communities. You've got to be careful of that as well.
Okay. Well, thank you.
That's all right, Julia. Let us know how you get on, yeah? Because you're setting things up. Come back in here and tell us if you have any problems.
Okay, thank you.
Fabulous. Hello, Dan. I've got Dan on.
Yes, thank you. Just a few follow-ups, actually, quick things based on what you said. But first, I want to mention that I did get onto Canvas. I did jump in and make my logo, my favicon, and I was absolutely thrilled. It works beautifully.
Oh, good.
They look great for the first time. Quick question, favicon. Why in the world do we do a 512 square pixel favicon when it's actually really tiny?
Yeah, a good question. Actually got what's called favicon packs, right? So things like phones show it a different size.
Mm,
So there's like lots of different sizes it uses for the different icon sizes. I know that it's in the corner, but on
mm,
the different browsers and things, and if it's appearing in things like previews and stuff like that, it will go to that size. It's a square size. It's an arbitrary size of 512 is what you work to, but
yeah.
it can cut down to 256. It's all in halves, you know, it all quarters down. So
Huh,
that's why.
okay.
The favicon icon, guys, is the little icon in your corner. So if you don't know about it,
Mm,
it's in that little corner here, like this. Yeah, this is your favicon icon, and you
mm.
can get to that. You can upload it if you go into your branding. So you're going to see inside the branding tab here, you have the favicon icon there. So just produce a 512 pixel square PNG file, and then it will work.
Yeah, it's actually a handy little graphic element to put in other places. All right, my header is black with white dropout text. Um, so what I did was I exported it out as an SVG file, white type with transparent background. Is that okay? Would you say that's a good way to approach it?
Um, yeah, you can use it. I mean, it doesn't take on an SVG. SVG is
No.
obviously vectored, so but it just you can use PNG, SVG, whatever you can use.
Yeah.
Lots of systems use ICOs.
Uh-huh.
So you set ICO packs up. You can Google it. Like you
Okay.
can take an image, drop it online, and it will convert it to all these different ICO sizes that you can use it. In the good
Yeah.
old days when you used to put it on the server yourself to
Hmm.
reference.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I did it that way because I felt if I did a black background with white type, is that black the same exact black as the header black? I didn't want to get into all that. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right, just to confirm a few things. So what you were saying before was very interesting. Every time you do a socials media post, you create a brand new standalone page with your marketing language and your promise, and that links just to the checkout page, right? You don't go through one sales page, and you think that it crawls all those different pages, huh?
Yeah,
Google
if you've submitted them, page contents, content. So just
uh,
like you've got a blog, you
submitted
set
them.
up the new blogs. If you set up a new page and you're giving it new content in there,
Uh,
not duplicate content, new content, and
yes,
then you're submitting that to search engines, it's going to be indexed,
yeah, yeah. Submitting.
you
When you
know?
say submitting, you mean publishing it on the site.
No,
And do,
I mean actually submitting it to Google. So if you've put
oh,
your sitemap into Google Search Console,
oh,
then it will reference it. So every time that you publish a new page, it will come out on the sitemap.
yeah.
So for instance, if I go in, I'll show you
Hmm.
now.
I had no idea. Well, of course, you have to
Yeah.
make sure it's unique because they'll pick up on, you know.
You've got all content is unique. So that URL, for instance, there, I don't even know if I've submitted it on my sitemap. So whenever you create a new page, guys, let me just do a new page. Let me call it, I'm going to call this Dan, page Dan. Right. So
DC
it's
Dan.
given it a URL there. So I'll create that page. I'll leave it as it is. So it's created that page, make sure it's published.
Yeah.
So, and obviously I'll put a load of content in there, but it doesn't matter for this. So I've got this page. I would make sure the page is published there. And you should be doing this. If you create new pages, guys, this is what you should be doing all the time. So I've created this lovely new page. At the moment, this page is, even though it's published, it might be found by search engines, but it's not in the sitemap. So a sitemap is like, you know, like an index of a book. You open a book up, it's giving you the chapters and pages, what's in them. That's what a sitemap is. So what happens with search engines? It looks at sitemaps and it goes, it's in a format that it can follow, and it goes, oh, right, that's the link to that page, and that's what the page is, and that's when it was published. And it gives the search engines a bit of information. So you submit sitemaps to search engines, and then they can use that. They haven't got to go through your site. They will go through your site, but they'll use that because it's easier. So to add the sitemap, so I've got that page down. So let's go into site settings. And if you go to sitemap here, you'll see that I have a URL here. This is my sitemap URL. Now, at the moment, I haven't recreated the sitemap. So every time I create a new page or blog, I recreate the sitemap. So let's have a look at the content in here. It should not say Dan in there, because I haven't recreated the sitemap. So if I go to the sitemap, it's going to look like this, which looks confusing, but it's not. It's telling you here, right, sitemap, and it's telling you this is the sitemap site URLs. So this is the pages URLs. This one here is the blog URLs. So just the blog URLs. And this one is the community. So if you've got a community up, it will set up individual URLs for posts in your community. This is why we say having a public community on your site is wonderful, because as people put new posts on there, you get new content for nothing. And it could be listed on the search engines if the quality of the post is good. Okay, it's not guaranteed, but it's, so if I take this one, this is the site pages. Let's have a look on this. I've copied that site URL. I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to put this in here, and you're going to see a list of pages. But look at these pages. There's no Dan in those pages. See that? There is test, and that is this page here. Let me go back. Let me just open that to a new tab. So my test page is on there. You can see it there. It's the same page, I think. So what I want to do is I want to get Dan to appear on there. So to get Dan to appear on there, I just go to my sitemap. So settings, sitemap. I recreate the sitemap. So this, again, it brings this page up. And if we now refresh this page, we're going to have Dan should appear on here. So,
yeah, I see it. Yeah. Yep.
Can you see it? Oh, there.
I did higher. Yeah.
There.
Wow,
there.
that's fantastic. So we wait to submit the sitemap when we have a stable site with our basic stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got in Google Search Console. Are you guys got analytics all set up on your sites? Give us a yes. Tell us who has in the chat. Who has got? Oh, Irene. Oh, Irene has. Brilliant. Well done. And you've got your Search Console set up as well.
That's through Zenler. You do this?
You go to Google Search Console. So if I just tell you,
okay,
we've got some information on it, how to set this up, analytics. In fact, if you're on the Accelerator Plus program, we're going to be covering that. You want to stay tuned to that one.
Yeah, all right.
Because some of the content we got quite old. It hasn't really changed a lot, but we're doing brand new one. So if you went to Developer Tools, Google Analytics, let me just share. So we're doing that there. So Google Analytics, I've just put analytics. You can put Google Analytics and it will give you that there. So that's where you get your analytics. So you sign in and you set your Google Analytics, and then the Search Console is a different URL. So if I put in Google Search Console in there, that's the Search Console. And the Search Console is where you submit your site URLs. You'll have to put a bit of code into your site. So if you want more information on that, if you haven't done it, you need to do this. It's really important. And we're covering this in our Accelerator Plus program.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the link in here because it's better that you do it with us.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done it, it's better if you're actually with us, and then we can see if you're doing things right. So I'm going to give you the Accelerator Plus URL in the chat, and you guys can jump in. And it's on replay. So you haven't got to turn up with live. You can just wait. You can see the sessions. They'll drop in your inbox. I'll say Google Search Console, SEO, and you can just jump in there after and do it. So you haven't even got to be live with us, but it's going to be a really good resource for you. So if you're not in there already, you're in the Accelerator Plus, aren't you, Dan?
Yes.
You're in there already. So for you guys that are not, that's it.
All right. Well, then I'll skip my question about dripping and courses. If we're going to cover courses in the Accelerator, I can just wait. Are we going to do that? Or
Course, what are you looking for with
well,
courses?
creating courses and setting up the marketing and all that, is that a specific thing we'll cover in
Yeah, it's
Accelerator?
kind of it's part and parcel, you know. It's like when
Yeah.
we cover the SEO side, I think that's going to be then it's going to make sense to you and it'll all come together. But actually setting the courses up and things like that, we've got our complete guide to Zenler and the quick
Yeah.
start guide. And I think you've set your course up, you know about all the different media types you can add to it. So when we do cover the SEO, I think that's more important that you have those things set up, the analytics search console. We talked about today about split testing. This will all make a lot more sense. Do you know
Yeah.
that I was saying about the landing pages? So that's an additional page that can be crawled and indexed and sent to your checkout page.
Okay. Well, I just want to quickly confirm a couple of things you brought up, but I don't want to eat up all the time. I mean, with teaching, you have a drop-in model and you have a cohort model. And there are definitely times when I would want a certain group of people in a certain week. They'll be communicating with each other as they learn. So that makes sense with drip. But if it's a drop-in, meaning I'm promoting free lesson as part of my course, and I just want them to like look at the intro unit, that question that was raised is kind of important for me. Like, how do I do that without having to go there all the time and manually turn things on and off? Can I say, you can have access to the first unit, but then if you drip
Yeah,
the
well,
rest, well, they
if
haven't
it,
signed up and paid yet. So it's,
yeah, what I do is I do what we did first with Julia, which is to you can go and delete the curriculum out and just have on your course access page, you can have your intro videos on there. You can have a big button saying, let's talk about it in the community, and you can have them in that community. So when you're then ready, so you can start to pre-launch, you can get people in there. That's what she was doing. And then you can say, right, on the 21st of October, we're going to start.
okay. So
And then you
paid.
can
They've paid
switch.
already. I'm sorry. So you're talking
Yeah,
about
they
people who are,
paid. They
oh no,
paid.
I'm
You know,
talking about somebody trying out the first unit to decide
yeah,
if they
absolutely.
want to pay.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, you could just set the first one as a free preview.
Okay, so they don't have to pay yet. Okay, free example lesson. Based on what you said, I want to give them a little example lesson that they can watch me teach and see if they want to work with me. So you're saying I just create a funnel and I promote the checkout page link, and then they just give me their name and email, and they can watch the free lesson on a standalone page, and then that's it. They can go further or not. So
Yeah,
that's
they can
okay.
buy into it or not buy into it.
All
But
right.
again, there's so many different routes to do this, and it if depending on how you want to do it. So
Sure.
the
Okay.
easiest one would be like, yeah, I mean, with funnels, you're trying to get leads to register. So once they're in leads, then you're going to say to them that this will be beneficial to you, and that's where you then take them into a course
Yeah.
to buy something, or you send them to a live. Let's
Yeah.
talk about this. Let's engage with each other, and
Yeah.
then at the end of it, you're always going to say, right now, you guys need to commit to this. Here's the program. Here's the cost. It's up
Yeah.
to you. And
Yeah.
then, so it depends how you want to do it. Or you could drive people from the freebie, you could drive them into your community.
Hmm.
And then you might want to warm them up in the community, do a few live streams into the community. There's a
Hmm.
thousand different ways to do this stuff,
Yeah,
Dan.
I've seen people do all that. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. And then as far as the free course from my existing students who will never pay because this is volunteer work, can I know I can go right to the checkout page where they just give me their name and email, so I have them as future leads. But if I just give them the course access link, I mean, can they go directly into the course? No, it doesn't work that way.
Not
No,
unless they register.
only have to register. Okay.
Yeah, they have to, but you can add them. I mean, if you've got a list
Yeah,
of
I can
people,
add
you
them.
can import them in and add them straight to a course that you've got set up specifically for them, and
Okay.
you can then leave the pricing off there or
Yeah.
make it hidden after you've enrolled them in, and then nobody else is going to get in there, and you can just add to those people coming in there if you're doing a little controlled area
Oh, that's
for
perfect.
for charities and those sort of things.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to be building my CSV file of them. And final, quickest, most important question.
Really, really quick, Dan, really
Yes, I'm
quick.
sorry. I'm still struggling with the CNAME, the DNS stuff of going to Cloudflare, blah, blah, blah. Just simple question. Until I get that resolved, will that change any way that things are linked? Like a course I create now, will that link still be valid as long as I've already created my Zenler custom
Yeah,
domain?
yeah, absolutely.
Nothing
All
will
you need,
change. Okay.
no, what you need to do, you're going to need, when you've got your custom domain, you're going to have to just hit, there's one little button you need to press, and that is, sorry, I'm trying to get
I
the,
know the one you mean. Make this your primary.
that's it. Make sure you click that.
So once I
Okay.
do that, all future links to things will be the same.
Anything that's under the new Zenler will change across to the
Okay.
primary.
So
Yeah?
yeah, okay. So my DNS stuff won't affect that at all. Because that's
No.
just connection. Okay, thank you.
That's all
Appreciate
right,
it.
Dan. Good to see you. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if Sarah or Irene was next. Who was next?
So
Irene, I think.
mhm.
I think. Hi, Irene.
Yeah. So my question is, I have a page, the Five Wisdoms training, and at the bottom of that page, I have the different modules. There's six, and and then I have you can go to for each module, I have a learn more, and it takes you to another page, which tells you more about that particular module. So that's a subheading, and on that page, where there's the learn more page, there's course pricing, which is no longer accurate, and I need to change it. But I can't figure out how to get to that sub page in terms of editing.
Right, okay. Drop the URL into the chat.
The URL for my learn more page.
Yes, if you want to, yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
can just show you how to get the URL. So I can see that a few little questions. Patricia's put one in. Yeah, you've registered. You got a welcome. We turn them off because they're going to be live on Monday. The next one's going to go out. It'll give you the link. It'll give you the link to all the replays and all of these things. Yeah. So stay tuned for that if you can make it on the Monday, right? But you'll get the link. Don't worry. Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
I sent
Irene.
you, yeah.
Got it, got it, got it, got it. So let me have a look. Where are you? So your courses module one. Right, let me just share and then you can walk me through. Right, okay, this is good. Right, okay, so this is in a course.
Yeah, this is, if you see, yeah. And these course prices I've changed. I would like no course pricing on this page is probably the easiest way to go.
All right. So you want to know where to change this.
Yeah, I can't find on when you go to site and you go to pages, I can't find.
That's because it's a course. You need to go into the
I went into
sales
courses.
page
I
of
went into
your course.
courses.
Yeah, that's the course. You need to go into that course. Like that's your course, module one, discover your wisdom energies. So you need to go to courses. You need to find that course. Let's just say that one. And then you need to go into your pages, and it's pages because it's a course page. So you need to go and then you need to edit this page in here with your pricing. It'll be in there. Yeah.
Hold on. I went into Okay. Okay. But it's okay. So go into courses.
Yep. Find your course, module 1, discover your wisdom energies.
Yes.
Edit the sales page, because
So
that's where
you
this
do it on
block
the
is.
sales page.
Yeah, it's a sales page. This is the sales page. Because if I check that, if I click that, I'll go through to, oh, you're going through to the same page. You need to sort that out because you're going through to the same page. These buttons should be going to your checkout page. They should be going to this page here, buy.
Okay.
Yeah. So these buttons are not connected to the buy page.
I know. I want to get rid of them.
Okay. Go in that sales page, select this block, delete it out.
Okay, I'll give that a go.
Yeah, and then they'll come in through this page and they will be able to buy from there.
Yeah.
Easy
Okay.
one, Irene.
I know. Well, I'm getting pretty savvy at this, I'll have to say. Much to my
Excellent.
amazement.
Are you all right now? Is that answered?
Yeah, I'm going to try it while
Try it, come back. It
you're
will
sitting.
definitely work.
And if I need to come back, I'll come back on.
Fabulous. See you
Thanks,
soon,
David.
Irene.
Take care.
And you. I've got Sarah. Hi, Sarah. You've been waiting so patiently. Thank
Hi,
you.
no problem. I think I might have actually answered my question anyway. Is it echoing for everyone? That's
Where
what
have you
I'd signed
gone?
in on. Okay, try that. I'd signed in on another device because I was listening on a headphone. Is there an easy way to create jump links on a page so that it jumps to a different section on the page, or is it just inserting the bit into code?
Yeah, you have to put that code in there.
Okay.
So jump link, guys, if you've got like a navigation at the top and you've got a really long page, if you click it, it'll jump down to the bottom. So we did a video on that, but it requires putting anchor points in. So if you put an anchor point in there and you reference it by hashtag, then whatever the anchor name, it will jump down to that part in the page.
Yeah.
But there isn't. I'm hoping in the page builder, the new page builder, we will have jump links. You'll be able to put them in there. But
Yeah.
it's really quick to do anyway.
Yeah, I think I've done it anyway, so I seem to have achieved it. So
Yeah, or yeah,
Yeah.
you can Google it on. There you go. That's the URL there for the jump link video. So you guys that got really long pages and you want to like jump down to another section, that's what it does. You can jump around.
I just need to remember to save that bit of code somewhere so that I don't have to keep going looking for it every time I want to do this. That's what's happening. Is I knew I'd done it on another page and I just couldn't find what it was I'd done. I knew I had to do the hashtag whatever to it, but I couldn't remember how I told it what the other section was called, but I found it. So
Yeah, and you have to put that in the HTML. What you
Yeah.
can do is you can just save a prompt for AI and put it in there and put the text and the prompt, and it will just give you what it is, and then you can just insert them in the right areas.
Yeah,
Might
I
be
could
a
add
good
that
one.
to my chat GPT actually, just as a thing on there. That's probably a good plan.
Yeah, then you've got it.
And then hopefully remember that I've done that. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Is that all right, Sarah?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you're easy.
Yeah. I just didn't know if there was an easier way than that because
No,
I've been having
I
code
mean,
nightmares today. So
yeah, it would be good. It would be good actually if you could select one bit and then select another part and then get it to
yeah,
jump in
because
there. Like,
I
pretty
know
sure.
on other pages it's like what action do you want to take you can select jump to whichever section on the page. So
Yeah,
Um,
it's really hard though because you one is with these things it kind of is always going to be a manual process like a button because you can't tell because some people use jump links to jump from one page to right down the
yeah, no, I
bottom of
mean
another page.
for the button you put the button in, but the button action is jump to element on page. But yeah, that's obviously it's not there at the moment, but it can be done with code, so that's fine. I've sorted it.
Yeah, it would be a good thing. All right, so we got Sylvia's next, and then we got Yvonne. Okay, hi Sylvia.
Hello. Oh, isn't Dan before me? No?
Dan's not around.
Okay. There's a picture with the light bulb, so I wasn't sure. Okay, I'm having lots of trouble. I don't know what happened, but my domain, my custom domain stopped working. And so I do have my domain listed with Namecheap. It's almost like I went in circles, so I am not very good at that part of all the instructions. I don't know what happened. My domain has been fine for years. I don't know if I was doing something wrong. And I need help.
So what was it working for Zenler before and it just stopped?
Yeah, it was working for Zenler, and I think it was working for Zenler, and I also have an email with Namecheap. Was working no problem. Then all of a sudden the email was no longer working and bouncing back. So I was trying to look at that.
Yeah.
Um, it,
I know what this is already. This is Namecheap side. It's nothing to do with Zenler. It's like if you're getting problems, maybe did you pay for everything on time? Was something
yeah,
terminated?
I mean, I've been
Did you
with
drop a
Namecheap.
package?
Yeah,
Did you
I've been
drop a
with
package
Namecheap for a
down?
couple of years. So, and they kept telling me I will go back to contact them, but they kept telling me that it was it, but where are they telling me something about Wix? And I'm like, Wix? I'm not with Wix. Let's see their thread. Da, 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 da.
No one's you didn't connect it to, you didn't do a trial on Wix or something at some stage.
Ooh. I
No
haven't
one
been
else has
on.
got access to your registrar details.
No, I have not been with Wix for years and years.
Oh, but you were with Wix at one point.
At one point, I was a long time ago. Yeah.
Did you remove any of the records that Wix that you put in when you connected it to Wix?
I have no idea.
That's probably what's happened here. You might have left something in. I don't know. I mean, if something's working, it doesn't just stop working. Like if the Zenler site stopped working, it would be because of downtime on the system. But it wouldn't disconnect you from your domain. It wouldn't disconnect you from your emails. It's like that's not controlled by us. It's purely your records on your name provider. So I know Zenler support would turn around to you. They probably would say, "Let send us a screenshot of your records and we can just have a look."
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be able to do anything if something had stopped working, because we find a lot of people, like, it happens where people don't renew their domain and then wonder why their domain doesn't work, or they get rid of their email hosting that's to do with their domain and then they wonder why their email doesn't work, and all roads point to Zenler, you know. It's like
Well,
we
I did not think it was a Zenler problem, and I was trying to, communicate with them. It's on auto renew, and it's not even due. It's not showing outstanding.
it's
It's just
mm.
very, anyway.
So what is the URL? Put the URL into the chat. Can I just have a look? Is it working then? It's not working at all, you're saying?
No, you guys have put me back to the Zenler, um, Zenler.com. It's
Right,
supposed to be walkaboutk9consulting.org.
right. So Zenler have reset you. So you're going to need to go through
Yeah.
this, which we did a Namecheap. We did one on Namecheap showing you how to set it up.
Yeah, but yeah.
You're going to need to reset up your CNAME record. If Zenler have gone, okay, let's reset it all for you, then it means it's fresh. So you need to go and just reset your CNAME record up. Follow
Oh,
those
okay.
steps. Yeah, because you're not connected to you're not connected now. Zenler's obviously, you must have talked to them and then they reset it so that you can reset it back up.
So I have to go back into Namecheap?
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, you've got nothing showing at the moment. So you'll need to, yeah, you'll need to go back into Namecheap. If there's a Wix, if you can ask Namecheap, say, right, well, I'm not with Wix. Can you get rid of that record? Then hopefully they should tell you, and their support should support you.
Well, they told me that they couldn't.
That's just lazy. It's not good customer service, is it?
Well, I mean, they've been very good of answering me,
But not helping you.
but not really helping me. I was having trouble with my email, so I finally managed to fix that. Because all of a sudden the email that I was using through Namecheap, it was working fine. I could send out, and then all of a sudden it was bouncing back. That's been fixed from what I see. And uh, uh, all this stuff is very confusing for me, I have to say. And
Yeah, I mean, Sylvia, send me an email, david@zenler.com.
okay.
Maybe I can get a little call with you and just have a look at the record, right? It's
Okay.
really it's not complicated, but I'll be able to see if there's a Wix record in there and get rid of it. They should be doing that, and Namecheap should be doing that themselves, you know. They
I mean,
should be.
I can keep bugging them, but you know.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Just send me an email. We'll get on a quick Zoom. It'll only take a few minutes.
Okay. Okay. I will do that. Thank you very much.
That's all right, Sylvia. Good to see you.
Thanks.
And we got Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. How are you?
Hi, David. Yes, I'm good, thank you.
Excellent.
Apologies for jiggling about cameras, my computer crashed. Mine's is just hopefully a quick technical question. I'm trying to.
We don't deal generally. We don't deal technical questions. I'll
Okay.
listen to you what you're saying because maybe it's not technical.
Okay, thank you. I'm basically trying to connect my Active Campaign account. I'm at the stage of doing my courses. I think I'm on week 3, so I'm trying to connect the course. I'm trying to connect Active Campaign to New Zenler. But when I go in, I've been back and forth a few times to customer service, but I'm not quite getting there. So basically, when I go to click on the link to connect to a list, which I've created, there's nothing there. It just says, please find a list. And I've got about 10 lists in my Active Campaign. So I'm not able to connect it. Is that something you can help with?
Not really, because I can't go in outside of Zenler. But if it's, are you sure you've connected in the integrations to the right account?
Yeah, because I've copied and pasted the details across to make sure that I have got it right. And I've kind of done it, and then I've gone through and done it again in case there was something I got wrong. And then they sent me the download link, and I've gone through that. So I'm pretty sure I've done it right.
Are
But
Zenler
that's fine.
support not helping you?
They're coming back with one question at a time, and I've told them everything that they're asking. So I'm having to go back and answer that one question. Then they come back with another one. So I've been about 3 days now where I'm trying to get somewhere and I'm getting nowhere fast.
Right.
Even
So
though I've given them everything.
okay, I understand. Right. So what they'll probably need you to do is what you should do is if you've got these kind of things where you're connecting to something like Active Campaign, do a video.
Okay.
Do like a Loom video. Take screenshots, and then you send the
Okay.
whole lot, and there's not this back and forwards.
Right. Okay. That would be so
So
much easier. Yeah.
yeah,
That makes
because you'll be
sense.
on Active Campaign. You're like, look, you can see I've got a list. I've got a list. See now,
Yeah.
I'm in Zenler. I'm connected to it. Where's the list? I can't see it. You know, that way
Yeah.
you can directly say something's not working.
Okay. No, that's really helpful. Thank you very much. And
Yeah.
just very quickly, how long do we have? Because I had a bit of a issues at home where I wasn't able to work for a couple of weeks. So I'm only on week 3 of the first Accelerator program. How long is that going to be available for? And then how long? I'm signed up for the Plus, but I'm going to have to work in the replays. How long is that one going to be available for?
We won't get rid of the content. If we update it, it might be updated if we rerun things, but it'll just be updated. So the link will stay
Okay.
the same. If we do decide to take it, because we're not sure what we're going to do, we might put it into, we've got a 30-day program running where we want people, so the 60-day was a very special thing that we did for you guys, but we're going to run a 30-day one to run with our 30-day trial. So what we're
Right.
thinking is at the end of the 30 days, we might bring the Accelerator Plus program into that. But if we do any of these things or change them around, what we'll do is we'll send all the guys that are on any of the programs, like the new link. There it is. So it's not disappearing, Yvonne. You've got plenty of
Okay.
time to
Amazing.
catch up with all that stuff. Yeah. How are you finding it? Are you liking it?
I'm absolutely loving it. I'm buzzing on it. I did exactly what you said not to. You said about 20 times not to do it, and I did it. But you said don't spend too long on the course, and I spent too long on the course. So and I kept hearing your voice and Kevin's voice, don't overdo it, just a few things. But yeah, I've ended up doing too long on it, a bit of a perfectionist like that. So, but really enjoying it, loving seeing it all coming together, and looking forward to seeing the big picture. And everything that you've done is amazing. The step-by-step guides are fantastic. I couldn't have done this without it, to be honest. I would have been lost
Oh,
without
good.
it.
Yeah,
So
so
no, thank you.
so the mini course, have you made it big? Have you turned it into a bigger course,
Yeah,
have
it
you?
was way too big. I can't possibly
Yeah.
charge £14 for that. It's ridiculous.
So you have to be really careful. You might want to take parts of those courses, break them away and turn it into a mini course. If you can
Oh, okay.
self-contain one of those sections, because that whole thing around it is getting people into this low ticket thing to generate leads.
Right.
You don't almost like that first price. It's like if someone gets their card out and they pay even £2 or £5, they're making a commitment. It means they're willing to spend more. It's that
Right.
first thing. So lead you're not sure of. There's going to be a lot of people that just want the freebies, go away. And then there's going to be
Mhm.
this unit that comes in and puts for a low ticket to try you out almost, you know
Okay.
and
Okay.
then you can sell them the bigger things. So if you've got something that's developing and turned into a monster, which looks like you
Yeah.
have, you need to think, right, can I reuse this? Because if you can reuse a section of it, put it in as a low ticket, you can say, look, I cover so much more in the big course.
Okay. Right.
You could
Right. And that's the lead in.
rebundle it.
Right. Yeah, I'll maybe need to do that then because I have put far too much in it. I would look at it and think, no, I need a little bit more. Then I started recording verbal stuff, mindfulness and things like that, even though it's got nothing to do with the topic. But I thought that would actually be really handy. That's a good idea. I talked myself into a ridiculous amount of work. And then I was
You know,
enjoying doing it. That's the thing. It was like because I was enjoying it, I wasn't resenting it or anything. And then I got to the stage where, right, enough's enough, let me upload it because I want to get through the next part of the program. I'm like, geez, oh, that's just ridiculous. So
yeah,
you
and
did
you
you
got to
did
be
get
you,
you did get the
but
message across.
you got to be really careful as well because what you're talking about there, where you say, well, actually, I thought it'd be useful as part of the course, so I've added it in there. So what you've done here is you've done this common thing that people do where they put all the bells and whistles into the one course, and
Mhm.
where they actually had 3 courses there, you could have set up.
Yeah, yeah,
If you think about it, you're losing maybe if you can get another 2 out of what you put, you're losing 2/3 of your money by having it
yeah.
all in the one course, you know?
Yeah, I think I'll need to strip it back, to be honest. I should have just listened to you in the first place. I didn't doubt what you said. I don't know why I just carried on. Even though I could still hear your voices in my head, I still carried on. So it's my own doing. It's my own fault. But
Yvonne.
I know. I get in my own way. But no, thank you. It's been awesome. Really enjoying it, and that's really reassuring to know it's not going to disappear. So, um, I think once I've gone through each of the accelerator, then the plus, I'll feel confident doing what I'm doing. But at the moment, it's still kind of step by step. But that step by step's amazing. It's really, really
Mm,
good. So, no, thanks very
yeah.
much.
Oh, that's really good. Remember to use the Zenler community as well, because we're buzzing in there for people posting their work, and it's a good place for
Oh,
people to get together because people are saying, "Yeah, looks really good," or you can ask people's opinions. So it really helps you move forwards.
okay. No, I actually forgot about the community, to be honest. So yeah, I'll maybe do that. I'll get back into using it. Yeah,
Right.
I've obviously just got carried away with myself. So.
Okay. You're a bit eager.
That's yeah, but no, that's really helpful. Thanks very much for your time.
That's all right. It's good to see you. Good to speak to you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Patricia's here. Hey, Patricia, are you all right? Have you got any other questions? Are you okay? You're all good. Fabulous. All right. Okay, I think we're going to end the session then because it's over 5. Fabulous. Really good to speak to you all. Really buzzing. Really love that session there. So again, Mamit's on Saturday at 11 a.m. and I'm on always at 4 p.m. And if it's related to Accelerator or any of the workshops that I do, then it's better to be in this one because I know what's gone on with those things. But Mammy should also know a little bit as well. And sometimes I jump in with her. So if you've got any questions on Accelerator or the 30-day, then I'm your person. Okay, guys, great. Have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. See you later. Really good to see you all as well. See you later. See you. Bye.